My name is Heather Hoynes, and I am about to tell you about the Bonita Unified School District, BUSD. Bonita Unified School District is located on the corner of Allen and San Dimas Avenue in San Dimas. Currently, they are relocated because they are redoing their district offices, and so they're over by Cal Poly Pomona. Our surrounding communities and districts are Pomona District, Glendora, and Claremont. San Dimas and Laverne are the cities that we serve, and the district supports 2 TK sites, which is growing, 8 elementary school sites, 2 middle schools, and 3 high schools. One of these high schools is a continuation school, and that sits right on the district site on Allen and San Dimas Avenue. The district currently enjoys these accolades. We have 10 California Distinguished Schools, 4 are Gold Ribbon schools, and 1 is a National Blue Ribbon school. The elementary school sites in San Dimas are Allen, Ekstrand, Gladstone, Shoal, Grace Miller, and Grace Miller is in Laverne, and Laverne Heights and Oak Mesa and Roynan are also in Laverne. The elementary school sites with the asterisks are the one where we have a TK sites. The middle schools in the Bonita Unified School District are Lone Hill Middle School and the Ramona Vikings Middle School. High schools are Bonita Bearcats, and Chaparral is the continuation school that I talked about, and San Dimas Saints. Just a shout out for Shoal Sharks, by the way, because this is where my children go. Our mission at the district is for the students in our care and in partnership with the community, we will create a safe, challenging, and comprehensive learning environment that will shape character, nurture intellect, and build skills for success in an ever-changing world. That's a mouthful, and that's a lot to take care of, and I will tell you that they do a good job of doing this. 8 areas that they focus on are student needs, curriculum and assessment, budget resources, technology, parents and community, staffing, staff development, and facilities. Just a side note that 2 of the top principals in the district at Shoal Elementary and Ramona were just pulled into the district office to work on curriculum planning, and that has made a big difference in our classrooms across the entire district. The LCAP plan for the district, they have 8 state priorities, and the link is here if you would like to look at that for the Bonita Unified School District. But the 3 main goals are student learning, students and adults, and community. This is where the effort and the focus will be. 85% of the LCFF funding is on personnel, with emphasis on supporting staff and all students, especially the foster youth, ELLs, and low-income students. A side note that we have foster youth in our community that come from 4 different homes in the area. One of the feedback that was provided on several of the surveys that were sent out about the LCAP and the LCFF funding was to achieve equitable access to technology and behavioral support. The enrollment trends, we have about 10,000 students in our district, and although you can see a small decline in enrollment, I don't think it's that many, and so we will just keep working. The demographics, we have about 3,000 to 500 and to 3,800 students on reduced lunch. And our ELLs are about 660 in the district, which is fairly low. The comparison here, demographics, is something I found for Bonita Unified School District. These are our white, not Hispanics, African American, Asian, and Hispanic. This would be Bonita Unified School District. This is in California, and this is in the USA. So basically, our area represents California as a whole very well in comparison. The socioeconomic status at the district is we have a very low ELLs. Only 9% are on an IEP, and 36% are on free to reduced lunch. Teacher education, we have 1% having a doctorate degree, 33% of the teachers have a master's degree, and in comparison, and 1 has a 5th year baccalaureate degree, so with credential back probably on the way that has had that from before, and then 16% have a bachelor's degree. The state testing results are wonderful, and these are the CASP results, the California state tests that the students take, that just started 3 years ago, and these are all numbers are growing. To go through each one would be futile. It's best to just note that each one of these were growing, and that was, I think, important. And they're always looking at their ELLs and how we can have them getting up to English language arts and moving them into regular programs. A lot of them are on the fast track for that, and so sometimes the numbers don't level out on that one, but it's something that we see constantly. Mathematics is growing, everything is growing, and our ELLs are definitely targeted for success, as you can see in this chart down here. Recent changes that have been happening in our district. We have new gymnasiums at both middle schools. The new district office is in progress as I see a superintendent for the past few years, and Mr. Coles is an amazing person to have often on site, and that is a great sign of a superintendent who is in the mix. 5 years ago, this district completed the Bonita Center for the Arts, and we have lots of programs and lots of plays and wonderful way that we integrate the arts. We could use more, but it's a special thing that we have here in our community and our district. And last summer, every school site received solar power panels, either in the parking lot, so all of the teachers' cars are shaded, and also for some that couldn't do that, they're in the playground and there's more shade on the actual playground. So they are humongous, and hopefully in the end they will save the district quite a few millions of dollars, and that can be put directly towards our children. This fall we will be voting for school board members, new ones. This is my mom friend. Her name is Krista Jackmack, and she has two boys. One had congenital heart failure, and so she's a very special lady and mom who would like to be involved in the school board, and she wants to address two things which are a passion for all moms, would be nutrition and to increase the arts. So I really appreciate, and I will be voting for her, because I would love it if we had better nutrition on our schools, because making 5 lunches every night, 5 times a week, is always a little overwhelming, and so it would be very wonderful if once in a while I could send my kids to school to eat lunch there. Something new that's happening at one of our high schools is the Bonita High School is getting a new stadium. San Dimas High School did receive one, but that was about 7 years ago. Some of the strengths at Bonita Unified School District, we have a very low high school dropout rate. The graduation rate is 96.4%. The students who are prepared for college are doing well. The average that they score on the ACT is 25, or 36 is the max. An average class size in the district is 25. The scores are always increasing. We are closing the gap in ELA, and the increased testing points went from 29 to 39. Some of the weaknesses or suggestions that I would have for our students for our district, is increased college readiness. We have so many students that are going to college, are ready for college. However, if we only have 50% of the students ready for college, then we're not really meeting the goal. That should be much higher. So when students are graduating from high school, 45% of them are taking all the courses they need for school. That is not enough. We really need to emphasize college and college readiness immediately. That's something that needs to be number one. Number 2 suggestion would be to implement a no suspension policy, finding a different recourse for misbehavior. students that, as you can see from the chart, that went from almost 1,000 to around 700. That is ridiculous. Taking children out of schools is not going to, that just causes more problems in my opinion. And we all read the carrots versus rewards book, so responsive teaching would be the way to handle that, and maybe some intervention, lots of different ways to handle that instead of taking somebody out of the situation. Let's give them some coping skills on how to behave in the situation. Obviously nutrition and lunches I spoke about, and another thing that we need to work on in this district is to work on equal technology. Some schools have one-to-one, but most are not, and even the schools that have it, the high schools, are lacking a lot of technology because they know the students have it at home, and so the technology just needs to be put to the best use, not necessarily for all the kindergartners with iPads, but it needs to be one-to-one for our 5th graders and 4th graders and 3rd graders, and then work from there, and obviously our middle schools. There we go. These are my resources. Thank you very much for listening, and Bonita Unified School District is a wonderful district. I enjoy working for them, and I can't wait to work for them full-time as a teacher. Thank you so much, and have a great day.